Hi, this reading is for Amber Lynn. I thank you so much for choosing me to do your reading today. I'm super excited to do this for you. So let's get started. It does seem like currently, you've been making changes and kind of a lot of them. Um, some of these things were kind of forced upon you, and some of these you decided on your own. It does feel like you decided to walk away from a situation, and it was disappointing for you. That would be the best way I would put this. It's like you put a lot of yourself into this emotionally. You invested so much of yourself into this, but at the end of the day, after giving all of your best efforts with this, it didn't turn out at all like how you thought it would. Um, you know, it does feel like you've put a lot of those feelings behind you though, and right now you're in this place where you're starting to move forward from that. There is still this void. It's like the sense of something missing from your life, and you're trying to decide what to fill that void with, what's going to bring the joy back and what's going to replace that is kind of where you're at right now with things. You have a lot of decisions you're facing, and that comes up, and these challenges going on for you is the fact that there are so many choices on how to proceed from here. You're not really clear in what you want to do yet, and that's okay. It will come to you. That you're throwing these ideas around is a really good start, and being able to manifest what you want, placing that into your vortex and so forth. But just keep researching your different options as these ideas come in. Really take the time to evaluate and really think, what does Amber Lynn want for herself? And definitely ask other people their opinions. A lot of people will tell you, but no, I feel like it's important for you to do that, because I do feel like there is somebody in your life who is going to say something that resonates so deeply about one of these decisions that you're going to instantly know, yes, that's what I need to do from here. So definitely be talking to others as you're making these choices. It seems like consciously, that as the days go on, you're getting the sense of being more enthusiastic about what's happening for you and what these things can bring to your life. Not so much what you lost from the other situation ending, but more enthusiastic about what could lie ahead for you. Again, you didn't have full choice in what started all this, but it does feel like you really are aware of the fact that you have say in what could come next. So there's power in that, and you have so many different ideas just rolling around that you could decide from. And you definitely, you're able to manifest so much right now, and I just really want you to be aware of that. And it seems like on a lot of levels you already are, but unconsciously, I don't think you fully comprehend how important it was for you to be in a position where you had to close the door. You had to end some things, stop some things that were no longer serving you. This was just so that this next chapter, this next adventure could begin. So one thing really had to end for this to start. It's a time of transformation. So, you went through that cocooning phase, and now you're emerging into this butterfly. It takes time, definitely takes time, but you're getting there in this process, and you started to release what was holding you back, that cocoon that really was kind of suffocating you from becoming fully into your potential. And this is kind of random, but I hope it makes sense to you on some level. It does feel like somebody in your recent past really had been dishonest with you. There's this betrayal and this sneakiness. There's a sneakiness attached to this. And it feels like your intuition was kind of, red flagging you about this person, but you kind of dismissed it for a long while. They got away with this for quite a long while. But you just kept saying, something doesn't feel right with them. Something doesn't feel right with them. And eventually that was validated. Coming up, changes are going to continue. Again, you're in this transformation stage. So this doesn't surprise me that in recent months, you're going to continue to have these changes happening. Some of them are going to come in really fast, but they're moving you towards where you want to be. So kind of flow with that energy. I'm not saying that you're not going to have some anxiety attached to this, because the newness of anything always feels really uncertain. If you start to feel those panic attacks come on, really, try to do some of the breathing techniques that can help slow some of that and slow some of your thoughts, so you can get back in touch with that peace and that intuitive thinking that you have so strong within you. You definitely have what it takes to navigate and master your way through all this. I have full confidence in that. So it's just a matter of you being able to handle the emotions that come along with all of this constant movement. When it comes to advice, I would say for you to try to be very realistic. Something might pop up for you that kind of makes bigger promises than are actually they're able to fulfill. This might be, them offering more money, and it sounds really good when they first present this option to you, but as you start to look deeper into it, I want you to know that it's not at all what it's cracked up to be. Also, Amber, try not to let your ego sway you. Always check in with your higher self. Always take time to talk to your guides before you make decisions on things. I really want you to make sure, again, all the details, that you've kind of figured out exactly what's in the fine print of anything you're deciding on. That way nothing sneaky kind of happens. Also make sure that whatever realities you're having moving forward are grounded in a reality of what's realistic. But again, don't let any of that hold you back, because I do feel like it is time for you to move on to this next phase of your life, and you really can choose what's next for you. So even if something does seem a little top-notch or over the top, I don't want you to completely dismiss that. I just want you to check in with your higher self and with source and with your guides to make sure that that's the correct move for you. And just always making sure that whatever it is in your higher good and always for your higher good. That's really, really important. It does feel like you dislike that feeling of being restless and not taking action on things and doing what comes next. A challenge for you is kind of learning to channel your high energy streak a little more efficiently. You don't like the feeling of being held back in life. That's something, that deeply, deeply affects you. You also kind of worry about not having the resources that you need in order to accomplish the things that you want to accomplish. And you really don't like having to rely on others at all, especially people who aren't reliable. But I mean, who wants to rely on people who aren't reliable? But that really is a pet peeve of yours. You often feel kind of stuck and frozen in a comfort zone rather than venturing out. So again, it's kind of working your way out of that and into more of what you want. As far as people in your life, it does again seem like you may have recently had a boss or coworker who was a little bit overbearing. This does feel like a repeating theme in your life, because I feel like you have somebody very close, be it family or a very close friend, but I'm feeling more family, who can be a little overbearing. And, they like to have a lot of say in the choices that you make. So again, you being a person who doesn't like feeling held back and doesn't like having to rely on others and doesn't like feeling stuck, and all those personality traits are going to have a very hard time in navigating and dealing with these type of people in your life. as you continue on the path that you're on, it does feel like further into the future, you are really going to pave a new life for yourself. This really is your fresh start. I feel like you are going to hit a lot of milestones that you within these next 4 to 5 years. A lot of these things that you're dreaming about, you're manifesting, you're gonna accomplish. You really aren't aware of how confident you are compared to other people. So the fact that you have this confidence is what's going to help you get through this. You have a lot of talents that other people don't have. You know how to do a lot of things in a way that brings attention to yourself and recognition to yourself. I don't think that you fully believe it. But again, you have this incredible inner strength to be extremely successful in whatever you decide to focus your energy into. I do feel like you are likely to receive some public recognition even. I feel that that's coming for you. I want to put that at the 2.5 to 3 year mark, but it might be even sooner than that, where you're going to receive some kind of public recognition for what you're doing. You know, I want you to really be ready to receive these blessings, because you're going to be very deserving of them, and you are very, very deserving of them. You're worthy of all the admiration that people give to you. I know sometimes you have that imposter syndrome, or you feel like, this is a mask, this is a persona, this isn't who I am. But Amber, let me tell you, okay? No, that's who you are. Who they're saying you are in all those positive ways and the praise that they're giving you, it's because that is who you are. And I want you to take the time to recognize that, because it's going to be more and more evident to everybody as this time period goes on, and even to yourself, of all the great things that you're able to accomplish and you will accomplish and you're going to do. Again, you still have a ways to go with things. It's going to take a couple years. But you do have the talents and you have the support system. And the support system is going to really be valuable during this for whatever reason. That's what Spirit's saying. So I'm passing that along. So again, Miss, I don't want to rely on people. Your support system is going to be very important with this. So rely on them, not on the ones who are unreliable, but the ones who are. Allow yourself to rely on them a little bit. It's okay. There's going to be some challenges. The fact that you're going to need them tells me there's going to be some challenges connected to that. It's not going to be smooth all the way through. Don't anticipate that it will. It's going to be great. It's going to be wonderful. But there will be some challenges, and you're going to need those people in your life to be your support system. Now, I know you did not ask for mediumship, but I just wanted to acknowledge, and she might not even be for you, that during the reading, there was a sandy colored hair older woman. She's thinner built, bonier structure face. She presented in a kind of finished basement, almost 70s style. I want to say she was a smoker. And she made acknowledgement of somebody who is working or possibly in a rehab facility, because she kept flashing me over to like a drug rehab facility. So I just wanted to pass that message along. If it fits with you, that's great. If it doesn't, I'm going to continue to pass it along. But she did pop in during your reading. As far as the new job goes, I feel like this new job is going to be a good experience for you. Do I feel like you're going to stay there a super long time? No. But I do feel like you are going to actually end up changing someone's life during this. You are going to meet somebody whose life is strongly going to be influenced again by you, and that beautiful soul that you have, that you think, I'm not good enough. No, you are good enough, and you are going to help this person. There's a higher purpose in this, and I think that's exciting itself in it. Whether the pay, I feel like the pay is going to be more than adequate. I don't think it's going to get you rich, but I think you'll be okay with your pay. Again, you're going to be with mom a while longer, so whatever pay comes in, you know, you're going to be able to save, plus help mom, because I do feel like she needs you. She does need you right now. You know, she can be mom, and that can get on your nerves a little bit because that's just the mother-daughter relationship. But I do feel like the two of you are extremely close, and there is a deep level of friendship in that. You know, it can definitely be trying not to have your complete independence. I totally understand that, and you'll have that again. I do feel like you are eventually going to decide that you are going to move out of state. It's probably going to take about, I'm feeling, as long as 5 years before that fully comes about. You know, timelines shift and change, and things happen, and different choices and free will can make that happen sooner or later. But as of right now, I want to place that at about 5 years. And this is feeling something more, I would almost say like Arizona or New Mexico. I am seeing an in-ground pool and a hotter climate. It has that desert type feel to it. I don't feel like you ending up in like New York or Michigan or somewhere along those lines, or even somewhere like Florida. I'm not feeling that. This is feeling more like that desert type weather. As far as love relationship goes, I tried to pull this in, and what I kept getting at first is a little boy. So there's a little boy tied into whatever long-term relationship we're looking at here. I don't know if this is your son or this is their son that you're going to be having like the stepmother role of, but there's a little boy tied in with this. This is somebody with darker features. Let me try to get a little bit more, because I know you're like, I want to know. There's two. There is one who is taller, a male who is taller. He wears like button collar shirts for work. I don't necessarily feel like he wears a tie with them. This feels like he could work in like retail or maybe sell shoes, but not like in a tacky kind of way, but you know what I mean, like in a good way. I think they play basketball because they're very chiseled around the arms, so something where they're using their arm muscles a lot. I'd say sports are a hobby of theirs. There is another one. This feels more, he's a little huskier. He's shorter than you. He's slightly shorter than you. Something more manual labor along those lines, and very, very close with his mother. So if that makes sense for you, then you may know them. If it doesn't, you may meet them. I do appreciate your time. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Know that this doesn't conclude. You're more than welcome to ask me any additional questions, you know, that pop up from this reading, connected to this reading. I'm more than happy to help you. So take care, and we will talk soon. Bye-bye.